Hi, my name is Patrick Crook. I'm the owner of Moclamp Pullet Corporation, and I'm going to take you on a tour of my business that is currently for sale. So follow me and we'll show you what I got. All right, now we are currently in our machine shop, primarily where we manufacture, put teeth on our parts, drill, bore, whatever else we need to do. Specifically, the machine behind me is an old Sunstrand mill. I have another one over here. Specifically what these machines do is they take a part that is raw and actually puts teeth onto them. That might be hard to see, but these are razor sharp and indestructible. Other things that are in here are post drills, lathes, end mills. I have a couple CNCs that we use for aluminum and other steel. This is primarily where all the heavy work goes in terms for our business. Other than that, there's not a whole lot else in this area other than the raw parts that are kept here that the employees need to manufacture. Next up, I'll show you layout, what happens after these are manufactured. So let's head up over that way. Okay, now we're in layout. So once we get done machining our parts, it goes to heat treat or gets outsourced to wherever it needs to go or welded or whatever. It is then put into this section. And once a work order is made for it, someone will pull the finished parts or the semi-finished parts out of the bin and lay it on the table. Now, at this point, these are usually full kits or just stocking orders or whichever, but regardless, everything gets put here and then it will be essentially wheeled over here behind me to paint, and then after paint, it'll go to layout. So other than that, that's all this is. So let's head over to paint and layout and I'll show you that. So we just left layout, we walked through paint, and now we're in assembly. So behind me over here, we came around the corner, items, parts would have gotten in the paint booth, painted whatever color the customer required. If there was no color requested, it will get painted our Moclamp green. And so once it gets out of the paint booth, it comes here in assembly. So what we have in assembly is any chains that's attached to it, nuts, bolts, washers, springs, wedges, and the associated box that it will go in. In this case, this is an 08-05 for our pull plate kit. Later on in the video, I'll show you where these are made. But everything that needs to be put in the box, kit, and ready for shipment is made here. It then will get wheeled out and sent back to shipping, which I will show you right now. So let's head off to shipping, I'll show you that. Alrighty, so we just went from assembly, the items will get wheeled back on the table, finished goods back here. And so what'll happen is we get a finished product. In this case, it's an 02-05, it's a mini C-jaw, Dynamo C-jaw. So basically everything back here, as far as you can see, is all finished goods, ready to be shipped in a box or not in a box, either which way. And that's kind of a simplified process of what we do here. It gets machined, sent out, comes back in, gets put on the shelf, gets laid out, then it gets picked, gets painted, then assembled, then it comes back here for finished goods. There's some other processes, some other things that we do that I'll show you here in a later video. So from, shipping, we're gonna head over to Tram for some of our tram gauges, which a lot of people don't know we make. So let's head over there and I'll show you those.
What's this? So
this is a measuring gauge. So you drive a BMW. Yeah. So in that case, smaller cars, Hondas, say his Volvo, what you'll do is you'll put a pointer in the end of this and you'll measure it from point to point, because you got to pull it within spec. You don't want to have a diamond in the frame. You don't have it be one side is. You ever see a car, it drives down the road, you can see both rear tires and you can see like the front left or the front rear or vice versa. You can see 3 tires instead of 2. Yeah. That's called a diamond in the frame. That means it was locked down on the frame rack, pulled, but it was only pulled one way or was pulled incorrectly. That's alignment hell. It's not a good thing. So we manufacture tram gauges, pointers, and they're all done in-house. I've had the same guy do it for 28 years, I believe. And that's all he does, Juan. He just sits there and he makes this stuff. It's all done by hand and he is a master at his craft. So we get all the aluminum extruded for us out of house. We can't pour our own steel. We can't extrude our aluminum. We can't heat treat, and we can't, I'm missing one other thing. Anyway, we can't do the real big heavy industrial stuff. But we have people that we've been using my grandparents used them. So
My goodness.
good stuff, good parts, all made in the USA, obviously, because it's the only way to do it.
Yeah, you don't get money handcrafted.
Nope. This is all done by hand by a guy who put his own sweat and occasionally blood into it.
Yeah, that's built to last.
It's built to last. It's a lifetime warranty. You break it, we'll replace it. I think next I will show you where we make pull plates. So we were talking about color. So this is actually one of the original ones. This clamp is 60 years old. It's had a few revisions. But anyway, what I was going to say is this color green is known throughout our industry. I have literally gone to trade shows. I have taken the same clamp, I have painted it our green, and I have taken the same clamp and I have painted it purple or red or say Carline or yellow. And people will not buy the Carline or yellow because they think it's a knockoff because it's not green. That is how much this color and we mean to the people in this industry, that they will not buy it because the paint is a different color, even though this only comes out of this place. This is the only place in the world that Mo-Clamp comes out of. Once it leaves our dock, where it goes is, not my concern. But yeah, I mean, people tattoo, our customers are zealots. I love them to death for it. So,
Large fan base.
we have a huge fan base. I don't remember how much, but all the information in there of who we have and where and what. Yeah, we have a huge fan base. Big buyers. Snap-on is huge. They buy from us all the time in quantity. Carliner buys from us in quantity. I know it's kind of taboo. China buys from us at the same time, but the ease people, they have kind of stopped trying to copy our stuff. It just doesn't work for them. Mm-hmm. So they had figured, they just bit the bullet and they're like, hey, we buy from you.
Now they could never duplicate.
They can never duplicate. No, they can never duplicate this. And we've had people show up to SEMA, our big, for people who know what SEMA is, you know what it is. Look it up, it's awesome.
What is it?
So once a year down in Las Vegas, it's the largest automotive expo. It's the specialty market, specialty equipment marketing. I can't remember what it is now. Anyway, it's a huge trade show down in Las Vegas Convention Center. It takes up the whole convention center and some of the hotels around it. We've had people who've come up from China who have ripped our stuff off. I mean, like this you're holding, They didn't even bother to change that. They just changed the name in the Chinese, and people have literally ran them out of the building for it.
Oh God.
Because like, you're fake, get out.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. So a lot of people go to bat for us because they want us to stay around. They want our stuff. So no, it's a good business to be in. Like I said, it's turnkey and not gonna be a whole lot you're gonna have to do.
Yep.
So
An American original.
American original, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
Alrighty, so we just came from trim. We are now on the other side of the machine shop where we make pull plates. Now, pull plates are little plates that we make that go with our 0800 main body. You tack weld the plate on to the panel you're pulling. You pull on it, you cut it off, you sand down the body, and that's how you get some dents and stuff out. Well, it's not as easy as you think to make them. This is only about step number 4 of the process. This started about 2 weeks ago as a 12-foot long, 6.5-foot wide sheet. And that will make roughly 100,000 pull plates that will go through in about 2 months. And there is a ton more process to go. This still has to be crimped, crushed, cut down to specific lengths, and then rotoblasted, sanded, and then polished before it even gets into a box to sell. So we're still looking at another 2 weeks of process time for this, and we do a lot of them. We'll sell 1 million of these things a year. Interesting thing about this, all this machinery was bought from the gentleman who we used to outsource it to, Peter's Fab down in Almsville. The gentleman was a scout sniper in Vietnam, came back, became a machinist. He used to outsource all this stuff. He used to do our sheet metal hooks, our pull plates, a couple of our rings. He wanted to sell his business, offered it to us, so we acquired it. So we acquired the press brake, a shear, forgive me for the technical term, it essentially punches washers, and another little hydraulic press. And so we can do all of our pull plates now in-house, no issues. It's a really cool process, but I can't show you or else my machinist would kill me because I touched his stuff even though I own it, but whatever. So, so we will head over to rotoblasting and the welding booth, and I will show you that. So let's head on over there.
Great.
So that sheet I just showed you, it gets cut down into the smallest, which is this, 1 inch wide. And what this booth does is we have to spot weld all those. The little ones twice, the medium guys twice, the big guys, the 3 inchers 3 times, and then we have a 4 and a 6 inch plate. So this goes from that to this, and then from this, it will get crushed again, the seat, all the welds, in case it didn't pull apart. It will then get polished, and then it will come back in for finished goods. So I apologize for screwing it up, but forgot a major piece of this. So now we will go over to welding. Come on into our little welding booth. So this is where everything that we need welded, whether it's 0551s, 0550s, or in this case, the U-joints for our panel pullers. Everything in here gets welded by our welder. We have one welder on hand, and he's busy. When he's not in here, he is trained to go about the shop and help other people. Some people might recognize this as our ring from our floor pots. Those are welded in here with the pots. It's all done in-house. Other than that, out here, there is not much more to show. I'll show you some of the little features in the office and we can go from there. All right, so follow me. So I know this has really nothing to do with the sale of the building, but it's really cool to me. A lot of our machinery here is from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And they've lasted all this long. We've used them, we've maintained them, but it's a testament to how they're built. This one in itself was built in 1953. It's an end mill we used to chamfer out some windows for our tram gauges that we showed you earlier. And then this one came off of Mare Island in World War II in 1943. Some of its life we know was spent on a Liberty ship, a machine ship. Came off of there, sat in some guy's warehouse, and we got it about 15 years ago, and we've never had a problem with a Cincinnati radio drill. It's awesome. Some of our old CNCs are from the 70s and 80s. They still use the tape all the stuff in here is nostalgic, and I wish you could actually smell it in here. It just reminds me of home. So I believe I said earlier when I was saying we assemble kits, what I failed to include, and I remember we have here, when you buy a kit, generally people will buy a kit is they're either starting a shop or they're replacing all their tools and want a place to hang it. But we make tool boards. We outsource these here locally. And so when you buy a kit, you get the tool boards that go with the kit with all the parts that were in there. So when you get it, you hang them on your wall and you can hang all your tools on it that you just ordered. Now these are examples of ones that we haven't made in a long time. I mean, old Continental boards, McPherson strut boards, Chrysler K-car boards. And we just hung them up to kind of remind ourselves, you know, we've been in operation since 1960, and then my granddad went from rototillers to mow clamp, and then, because tillers are this massive technology we're using right now, Pullet went to full time. And then my dad took over in 83, and then my mom and I took over in 03, and we've been rolling ever since. And you know, most of this machinery that's in here was original since my granddad used it. So I mean, it's stuff that doesn't know how to die.
Oh my goodness. No,
it's good stuff.
So this is literally the 60-year anniversary?
Yes.
Wow, that's exciting.
And I'm selling it, weird.
Well, what a great time to kind of pass over the keys and have a new steward to this legacy.
It is, and it's really a diamond in the rough. It is really hard to get in this industry. You have to work hard at it, and we have no competition to speak of. We're it. Our competitors buy from us. I mean, it's really a diamond in the rough. There's really, I mean, we're with Snap-on, Matco, Medco. We're in with everyone. We ship worldwide. We buy worldwide. We're it. I mean, I got people that tattoo our clamps on their arms and stuff. I mean, we're it.
My God. So it sounds like it's a turnkey business, Patrick. It's a turnkey, so someone can purchase the business and the building.
If they wanted to,
and
yes.
the employees come along with it that have run this forever. They know exactly
Yes.
what to do.
Yes.
And then all someone needs to do is insert their passion, their creativity, and just pump the whole thing up
Yes.
to dominate the market worldwide.
Yes. Right now, I have my accountant, I have my VP who's purchasing and manages all the other contacts in terms of procurement. I have my chief machinist, and I have my shipper. Those 4 people can run this business. I don't have to be here for months. They can run it. They are actually probably more valuable than I am. I just sign the checks at this point. I don't need to be here. So someone literally could come in, hey, change a few things they want. Those 4 can run that business all day, forever.
Mm-hmm.
They will run it. Yeah, you'll need probably a few more employees currently if you want to really ramp things up. I mean, we used to run 25 people, 2 shifts. I mean, we were rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the people that are here right now that I have, they will run this thing as long as you want. There'll be no issues. They know what they're doing. So, I mean, if you don't have to be, if you can't be here all the time, you got other businesses that run or whatever, it's not an issue.
Wow.
And everything's already set up, and that includes all our contacts, all our reps. Everything's going with it. You literally, the only thing that needs to change is, oh, the owner's different. Other than that, you can keep running this thing all you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, it's turnkey. It's a good place.
What an opportunity.
It's a very good opportunity, and I think it's an opportunity that with a little marketing and a little more push, a little more oomph, this thing could really take off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's an amazing business.
Great.
It's great people.
Thank you for this tour today. It's
Absolutely.
so exciting and such a privilege.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Sure. Welcome. This is Sidney from Hudson Homes. Welcome to this fabulous Hudson property. This is home to a legendary Oregon machine shop since 1960. This is the 60-year anniversary of MoClamp, and it's a rare opportunity that this business and building is going on the market. You have a chance to take over this business. It's a turnkey machine shop that is known the world round for the best, highest quality car repair shop machinery. Please call 503-878-7188 if you're interested in knowing more about this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.